Hey, what's up, guys? I wanted to talk to you really quickly about an idea that I was kind of thinking on, and it's revolved around the fact that a lot of times we treat health and fitness, nutrition, vastly differently than we basically do anything else in life. In other words, things that we would never do in life, never allow for, or just never act in a certain way. When it comes to our health and fitness, we tend to make those concessions. And so very briefly, I just want to share the idea about health integrity, and specifically the idea of this. When we're growing up, we hear time and time again, do what's right. Right? Do what's right. Even when no one's looking, you do what's right, right? That is character, that is integrity. And we instill that into our kids. We instill that into people that, hey, you're not just who you are when people are looking, you're who you are really at your core when no one's looking. And we do what's right, not to get the applause, even though that feels really good to get the applause. We do what's right because it's what's right. And what I've found a lot of times is in health and fitness, there's not a lot of integrity there. And what I mean by it is this: we're very outcomes driven. So in other words, we're going to do what's right. Hear that? We're going to do what's right. We're going to exercise. We're going to eat the way we know we should eat. We're going to do these things. But we're really only going to do it if we reap the reward relatively quickly. I'm going to exercise, I'm going to go after it. But if after a month, I don't just notice the six pack, I don't feel a certain kind of way, I step on the scale, it's not doing exactly what I want to do, then you know what? Back to the, the regular way of living. I'm going to let it go, right? Or I'm going to try to be disciplined in what I eat. Not fanatic, but like I'm going to try to be smart. I'm going to try to do what I feel like I should do to be healthy, to be the person I want to be. But I'm going to give it about this much time. And if I don't, then you know what? Forget it. Screw it. It doesn't matter, right? And so what I want to encourage you to do is think about it with the same level of integrity that you would anything else, right? If you believe that exercising, working out, showing up, being disciplined, doing hard things is the better life, is the thing that's going to pay off, it's going to make you in the long run who you want to be. If you believe that dialing in your nutrition, saying no to some things that maybe aren't quite as good, bringing in more things that are good, that you would see it with the character. And I'm not saying that you're a good or bad person, but I'm saying that you would see it that I'm going to choose to do what's right, not just for the outcome, not just for the goal, not just for the applause, but I'm going to do it because that's what I believe I want to do. And this is why I say this, is because so much of becoming a healthy person is behavioral. It's behavioral. So in other words, getting to where you got in this life, whether it's good or bad, right? And whether it's in finance, whether it's spiritually, whatever that looks like, think about how you got to where you are. It is a behavioral thing. You have certain habits, thought processes, mindsets, behaviors around what you're doing. And so listen, when you begin your workout program, when you begin a nutrition program, when you begin setting that out, it's not just the really quick short-term success or failure that you kind of have in your mind. It is building out behaviors about, what do I do when I'm out socially? And what do I do when it's this? And what do I do when it's raining? And what do I do when I don't feel like it? And what do I do when no one's looking? And what do I do when the scale doesn't move? Do I just choose to do what's right when I get an immediate payoff? Or really, do I do what is in the integrity of who I want to be, just because that's who I want to be? And I know that in the long run, if I develop the habits, if I develop the behaviors, it will come. The right will find its way out, right? And if you stay dedicated to it, not just for the short term, but if you stay dedicated to it and it becomes a lifestyle, it becomes who you are, it's going to blow your mind what is possible, not just in 6 months, not probably even just in a year, but in 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, when you look up and the weight and the scale doesn't matter as much, like today, We're about to be April Fool's Day, January of 2023. What you weighed right now is not going to matter nearly as much as the behaviors that you set up over a course of a lifetime. And you look back, you're like, man, thank God that I had the integrity to just stay the course, because it's going to blow your mind what's possible. So I've talked way too much. But I just wanted to kind of encourage you to do it even when no one's looking, even when the scale doesn't move exactly as much as you thought it would, that it's going to pay off, because we're building behaviors, we're building a lifestyle, and we're doing it from the integrity of who we want to become, not just on the good days, not just on the bad days, but we do it regardless. So I love you guys. I believe in each and every single one of you. God bless you.